Neal, defeat on the road. Quite a change in formation and approach today. What was the thinking ahead of kick-off?
Well, we went to a back four because we watched Boreham, we watched how they play. We thought two sitting midfielders and a back four would have been the way to A, play out against them and get some control of the ball, which we did for the first 5 or 10 minutes, and B, the way to sort of defend rather than having free marking one and stuff like that. We did loads of work on it yesterday. We showed the lads how good they are, what they do well, why they're at the top. And it's hard. I have to take responsibility because I've changed the shape and it quite clearly didn't work. And then there's a second part that, you know, we carried 7, 8 people not playing anywhere near their capabilities, not doing their 1v1 defending, not tracking runners, stuff that we did in training yesterday. And again, that's really frustrating. But as a manager, it's my job to make sure that players do them jobs, and they didn't quite clearly. So I've had to react to that. Second half, miles better, but too late.
And yet, making 2 substitutions, 35 minutes or so, shows that you know you don't need to be a brain surgeon to know it's not working. So what was the adjustments there?
Well, we've been playing a back three quite a lot lately and doing well. We just changed it back to that because we thought, let's get them back to something they know. Let's try and organise within that. And I think the improvements were huge, as in the territorial stuff, but still not enough. And the most disappointing thing is we've ended up losing to a long throw, and they've got 2 big players in their team, and one of them took the throw, and the other one's flicked it on, and you know, balls come in our box. The desire to go and win them is just not good enough. It hasn't been good enough all season, and me and Bass do loads on set pieces and try and put the right markers on the right people, and it's really frustrating because you can't actually go in there and head it yourself.
And that's been a recurring thing. I think you've mentioned in a few other interviews the dissatisfaction really with defending set pieces. Yeah,
the willingness to get in and everybody to rally round and say this ain't going in, and one flick, one goal, and disappointing. You know, we could have been out of sight because we didn't defend properly, but you know, we've got to not embrace where we are. We've got to accept what we are and where we are at the moment, which is nowhere near good enough. We've got to put our shoulders back, fight for each other, play as a team. You know, it's all very well being teammates off the pitch, but when you get on that pitch, if you start playing like 11 individuals like we did first half, you're going to get come unstuck.
3 more substitutions quite soon into the second half, and the second half was more positive, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to dress it up and talk about being positive because we've lost the game. We should have won midweek. We didn't. We deserved to lose today because of our first half performance. You know, we're pushing and fighting, and me and Bass are screaming and shouting on the side, trying to encourage the players to run, to press, to run forward, to get in the box, to ask the questions. We asked a few. We probably didn't ask enough against a very good team. Showed glimpses of the fact that we can be competitive against good teams, but ultimately we've lost another game and the points total isn't good enough, and if we don't solve that very, very quickly, it's going to be a very, very tough season.
2 or 3 days to go and then away at Solihull. What will be happening over the next 48 hours or so?
Well, we have to look at ourselves first, all of us. I take full responsibility. Fans at this club have been absolutely magnificent with me ever since I came in, particularly last season, the start of this season. We probably gave them loads of optimism, loads of hope that it would be a strong season, and what we've delivered this season hasn't been good enough. So I take full responsibility for that, and ultimately I've got to look at the group now and how I can rejuvenate the group, which I have to do every time we don't get the result we want, and lift them and pick them up and get them going in. But the lads, I've just said to them in there, they've got to put their shoulders back. They've got to man up a bit. They've got to deal with stuff in their box. They've got to want the ball. They've got to drive. They've got to want to run. They've got to want to push their teammates, get on at their teammates, because none of it's happening at the moment. And look what we're getting.
Thanks for your time, Neal. We'll see you at Solihull, but thank you again.
Thank you.